Good morning. In this election campaign, Canadians have a clear choice. 4 more years of Mr. Harper and the Conservatives, or my plan for change. Traveling across Canada over the past weeks and months with Catherine, I've heard the calls for change grow louder. And it isn't difficult to see why. Wages are falling, incomes are stagnant, and household debt is skyrocketing. Middle-class families are working harder than ever, but can't get ahead. Mr. Harper has the worst economic growth record of any Prime Minister since 1960. The economy has shrunk in each of the last 5 months, and many are claiming that Canada is already in another recession. Clearly, Mr. Harper, your plan isn't working. I want to speak to every Canadian who thinks Mr. Harper's government is on the wrong track. To every Canadian who is looking for change in Ottawa. Our plan is built on enduring Canadian values: hard work, living within your means, accountability, and an unwavering commitment to focus the government's priorities on helping you get ahead.
Everywhere where Catherine and I go, Canadians are telling us that they want change. Whether it's in Montreal, or in Moncton, in Lévis, or in Winnipeg, Canadians are all sending the same message. After 10 years of Stephen Harper in Ottawa, they want to turn the page. Because Stephen Harper's plan is simply not working. Conservatives leave to future generations an enormous economic, social, and ecological debt. The indebtedness of families is reaching record levels. There are 200,000 people without jobs. More today than before the 2008 crisis. The little jobs that are available are either precarious or part-time, and often both. Canadians want to replace the narrow vision of the Conservatives by a clear vision and a project of society that is focusing on durable development. The people that I meet across Canada want to replace the politics of fear and division of the Conservatives by a politics of hope and optimism.
I believe that governing is about priorities. Mr. Harper's priority is to spend millions of dollars on self-serving government advertising and an early election call. My priority is to invest in affordable quality childcare to help families and the economy. Mr. Harper's priority is to gut laws that protect our air and water while harming our reputation around the world. My priority is to strengthen and enforce environmental rules here at home and have Canada do its part in tackling climate change on the world stage. Mr. Harper's priority has been to spend $100 million a year fighting First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples in court. My priority is to build a respectful nation-to-nation relationship with our First Peoples that recognizes inherent rights and brings us closer to reconciliation. While Mr. Harper sits on the sidelines, Canada has lost hundreds of thousands of good-paying manufacturing jobs. My priority is to actively champion our manufacturing sectors and attract new investment to create good-paying, full-time jobs. But it's not just Mr. Harper's misplaced priorities. Do you remember when Mr. Harper promised to responsibly manage the country's finances? He's had 8 deficits in a row and has added over $150 billion in debt. Do you remember when Mr. Harper promised to clean up Liberal corruption? In each of the last 3 elections, Conservatives have been convicted of wrongdoing. Some have been sent to jail. 1/3 of the Senate is under RCMP investigation. I believe this must change once and for all. Do you remember when Mr. Harper promised to build a